I apologise if I sound out of breath. That's because I am, obviously. With all this clobber on, don't nod then. Because it's pissing down with rain, and it is very wet. And stupidly, I haven't taken off my dark tinted visor because I couldn't find my clear visor. I'm riding with the visor open. I could put it down, but then it's a bit daft when you're riding with a dark tinted visor and it's pissing down with rain and dark and cloudy. So no, I'm a bit out of breath. I had to manoeuvre my bike while sitting on it between a very small gap of the car and the garage, and for whatever reason my driveway is, when it gets wet, like ice, which I need to address. Very dodgy situation. You put your feet down and it's not nice feeling. So living up to my title, Grumpy, wanted to discuss yesterday's events really. Went to the garage to get fuel, petrol, as you do, and for the first time ever in my riding life I was asked to remove the helmet. Now the thing is, I listen to music when I'm riding, and that's my prerogative, that's my choice, that's my decision, okay? A lot of people say, oh yeah, but it's dangerous, you can't hear this, you can't hear that. To be honest, when I've got this helmet on and the noise of the bike is rumbling away, I can't hear jack shit. But besides all that, if somebody thinks that by listening to music it affects my riding and my ability to see danger and look out for obstacles or hazards, then they're pretty shallow or narrow-minded, and quite frankly probably never ridden a motorbike in their life. If you ride a motorbike, you use your eyes, you don't use your ears. TT Racer doesn't zoom around Isle of Man doing 140, 150, 160 miles an hour listening, to determine what gear and everything else he should be in, and whether there's a wall coming up that he might smash into. He's using his eyes. So with that out of the way, I was in the garage listening to music on my earphones, helmet on, and would you believe it, some numpty come over and told me I had to take my helmet off before they would activate the pump and allow fuel through. Well, I'm sure you can appreciate, I'm quite a grumpy guy by nature. I make no bones about it. I don't try and hide it. But although I have grumpy tendencies, I can also be quite humorous at times. So there's a bit of Jekyll and Hyde going on in me. So I was a bit annoyed. I was committed, didn't want to make a complete and utter scene and make myself look a complete knob. So I proceeded to fill up with fuel after removing my helmet. And I went into the shop and I explained my annoyance to the cashier, and I have to admit they were quite arrogant and rude. Basically said, well, it's on your policy, you have to remove it for security reasons. Now, it's my opinion, and I believe I'm still entitled to opinion. I can't remember the European Human Rights Court saying that I can't have freedom of speech just yet. But I explained to the cashier, or I brought to the cashier's attention that if I was of Islamic nature, religion, Muslim, and I was wearing a burqa, which he then asked me to remove the said burqa that was covering my face and only showed my eyes. The honesty of it is they just couldn't answer that question. Another person intervened and did say, well, that's their religion, they're entitled to wear that. Well, I'm a motorbiker, I'm entitled to wear a helmet. And taking my helmet off. I kind of understand it, and it's just it's a bit conflicting because I kind of appreciate, you know, for security, da 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 da. But it annoyed me a little bit. All that's going on at the moment is this the start of things to come? Go to a garage, you've got to take your helmet off. You go and buy a McDonald's, you've got to take your sunglasses off so they can identify you. You know, it's how far they're going to take it. Take your baseball cap off. You've got to identify yourself. It's just such a controlled state. It pisses me right off, I have to say. So this is just my little mini rant, mini moan for the day. If I've bored you to death, well, that's I'm sorry about that.